Here, he is a guy. Uh, we're letting him on stage. So I sat down with you again recently because I wanted to learn more from you than what we even learned last year. You had a quote in this story that we have online. To know that you're not just by yourself is an incredibly huge thing. When you feel isolated, that's when you close yourself out. If nobody cares about me, why should I care about anyone else? Just to know that you're not alone is a huge relief. So, we have talked about how violent behavior can stem from holding things in, not feeling cared about, sometimes being young and angry and frustrated and not knowing how to navigate that or having anybody to talk to. So can you talk a little bit more about your experience as a teenager and your experience now working with young people and what you've learned about yourself and human nature as you got from there to where you are now?
People don't just do violent things. It starts from somewhere. And so you have the tip of the iceberg that is whatever the act is, but there's so much under the water that's unseen. And all of that stems from everything that's kind of going on within yourself. So kind of within that is when you can understand your feelings, your thoughts, and how others kind of take you in as well, that's when you can really work on yourself. So myself, I really fought a lot with my self-esteem, my care for myself. As a young teenager, I happened to go to prison at the age of 17. And so for me, I didn't have anybody that I could ever lean on. And so without really having that, I really kind of navigated towards people that were similar to me, that were hurt, angry, and kind of going through a lot of that internal strife. And so if I would have actually had somebody that said, hey, I care about you, for me and from a lot of others that I've come across throughout my time, that really is something that was very prevalently missed, is having somebody to truly lean on and actually feel seen.
You were in prison for 18 years before Alternatives to Violence Project came into your life. And can you talk a little bit, and it was about 6 years before you were released. Can you talk a little bit more about sort of what the Alternatives to Violence Project has done or did at that time for you, and then what you're doing with the organization now with Hennepin County Youth?
What AVP helped me in particular with was to kind of find my voice and to be able to help others to be able to find out who they are, why we do the things that we do, because it's a very cognitive-based program. And so it's really dependent on like your own self, like however much energy you put into it is what you get out of it, just pretty much like everything. And so through Hennepin County, we've gotten a contract, and so that we have to do 20 sessions, workshops, throughout the year. And so we have to find partnerships for spaces to be able to have these workshops. And so it's very, very much kind of within, we need help, you know. So right now the youth program that we have, right now it's from 10 to 30. We're trying to kind of get a shorter demographic of like youth-based as in like 10 to 20. So we're kind of working on that. But we are also trying to build partnerships within Minneapolis as kind of so like when youth are getting in trouble at like schools or different programs like that, almost like a diversionary program, so to help kind of funnel them into like AVP, Friends for a Nonviolent World, so that they could, because we build a community. That's what AVP is. We are a community. And so to be able to kind of help out and kind of give back and help support, because that's what we're all here for. Humans need support. We need to be able to rely and lean on each other.